You probably already know about Bitcoin and the currency if you have heard of the supply chain. This is indeed how the blockchain appears. It can address problems such as those relating to the supply chain management. So what is blockchain technology plus supply chain management and contribute to the improvement in the supply chain management? When it uses a blockchain in supply chain, it is potential to the supply chain grows efficiently. To make you understand what the blockchain is, when a block stores new data, it is added to the blockchain. The blockchain is not controlled by anyone or any entity. However, changes and updates can happen in the blockchain. Thus, besides being capable of managing large data, a blockchain can process it easier while giving everybody an equal share of rights. How will blockchain transform the supply chain industry? There are many things that can significantly be improved in the supply chain industry with the proof of blockchain. For example, every transaction is being recorded in one of the block belongings of the blockchain, and numerous copies of the entire large. This record is then being distributed over the higher numbers of computers, which makes the information highly available and therefore very transparent. One block is connected to the one block and follows with the other blocks. Let's discuss the advantages and disadvantages of blockchain in the supply chain. For the advantages, improve the collaboration between the parts involved in the supply chain, transparency in every stage, improve insecurities and encryptions, decentralization of data and possibility to reach consensus. Disadvantages of blockchain technology in supply chain management. It may be challenging to make the blockchain scalable, a lot of control concerning data access, and it may not be completely compliant with the legalization of some countries.
Let's see how the blockchain process works. First, you need a transaction. Let's say two parties, A and B, decided to exchange a unit of value, digital currency or a digital representation of some other asset, such as a land title, birth certificate or educational degree, and initiate the transaction. Then, the transaction is a package with other pending transactions, thereby creating a block. The block is sent to the blockchain system network of participating computers. Then, the participating computer, called as miners in the Bitcoin blockchain, evaluate the transaction through mathematical calculation, determine whether they are valid, based on agreed upon rules. When consensus has been achieved, typically among 51% of participating computers, the transactions are considered verified. Move forward, each verified block transaction is a timestamp with cryptographic hash. Each block also contains a reference to the previous block hash, thus creating a chain of record that cannot be falsified except by convincing participating computer that the tampered data in one block and in all prior blocks is true. Such a defeat is considered impossible. Lastly, the unit of value moved from the account of party A to the account of party B. Let's look at the issues we can see in this blockchain. Based on this article, when COVID-19 happened in 2020, there was a problem in the system created due to the lack of automation in physical trading. Every ship that unloads and loads requires a form called a bill of lading. This bill is a document issue between carriers, importers, exporters, and appropriate banks for authorization and confirmation in the trade. If you don't have this bill, every delivery process cannot be made to cross the country's border. So, a company called Distributed Ledger Technologies Ltd introduced Electric Bill of Lading (EBL). The company is one of the few companies in the world lobbying for the digitization of ships and ports. Initially, this electronic document was used in two strategic ports, namely Singapore and Rotterdam. Until now, the increase in demand in shipping and logistics among customers using EBL is becoming more popular. The traceability elements of blockchain technology is also in demand to meet customer expectations. Logistics companies, manufacturers, and other segments of the supply chain are forced to embrace the technology. A company called Shipsy is a software as a service company where the company invests in blockchain technology into the system. Shipsy enables company to gain end-to-end visibility of their shipments while improving customer experience, reducing costs, and driving sustainability efforts. Currently, about 10% of India's containers trade is tracked using the Shipsy platform. This is an example of what Shipsy's back-end system look like when managing the supply chain side. Blockchain is always used for all parts, but blockchain, there are challenges that we can see in upstream and downstream. The focus will be on upstream because it needs to ensure that they get good freight rates from global shipping companies and that all documentation for import or export is done accurately and safely. While for challenges for downstream company dealing with end user, where the focus is more on delivering a real-time tracking of their items right up to when the item might be shipped. Each container can be delayed for a few days if the weather condition at the time may not be good. But with customers, every item cannot be delayed and must be on time.